The douper, sometimes Joey Blaze. Hey, all you cool cats, this is the Sunday Super Duper, sometimes Joey Blaze. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling it, you dig? Yeah.
All right, howdy, welcome friends and neighbors to the stream. You may notice there's a different background. Yeah, my parents' basement's looking a little different, huh? Yeah, I've decided to clean things up, and this is the background now. You may have noticed it the other day. So, the reason I'm here like so is because, let me just, once again, get everything. There we go. There's a chat for you. Whoa, you're looking pretty big there, Mr. Chat. Get down there. Is because we are, as you can see on the thumbnail, excuse me, wow, I'm really off to a clumsy start so far. I had to re-export the game that we did. Now, where is it? There we go. Okay.
All right.
So no, don't start yet. Okay, so we have a special presentation for you all today. So a gentleman in the chat by the name of Tyler, his last name is Clark, and I have put this. This is the final 3 regular season games from the iPad team that we made, and Tyler reached out to me. Tyler is a well, all right. I won't say your occupation, just because you never know, who's listening. But he does do the sport sometimes, and said, hey, if you ever want a play-by-play person for your channel, I could do that. At first, I was like, I don't need that. I already am the play-by-play man. But I thought, what the heck, right? We can do it. So, because of just limitations with technology and the fact that Tyler and I don't live near each other, he does baseball broadcasting as a side hustle. There you go. Well, I'm sure you and I will be swimming in ad revenue from this, right? Okay, so the reason, let me just say this because, it is a different stream tonight, is that we had to essentially record this ahead of time. We tried doing it simultaneously online through StreamYard. That did not work out. Then I just played the game, sent it to Tyler, and bless his heart, Tyler tried many, many, many times to export his recordings over to me. And this is why I tell everyone now, do not use iMovie ever, okay? Just don't use iMovie ever, okay? So, finally, we got everything recorded, and of course, had to out of respect to everybody's schedules and everything. So, what you are going to watch is pre-recorded. I am still here. I am here in the chat, and I can bounce back between the two things. So, why would you guys be in trouble? Yeah, the basement changed because it's just a different background now. It was time to change things. Yes, see, Tyler, 1 out of 10. Do not recommend iMovie. So, So what's going to happen with this too is there are going to be times that we talk over each other because we don't know when the other person is talking. When I sent Tyler a recording of the games, I muted myself so that he wouldn't get distracted by me and vice versa. So I hope everyone is looking forward to the fact that this is just going to be pure madness and pure fun. And I am still here. So I'm here to babysit. Only one person gets that joke. And let the game begin.
Welcome to
pull
Parks
up.
Department
All right,
Field
Crazy
number 2
Fishes,
for
Red
this afternoon's
Rockets.
baseball contest between the Crazy Fishes and the
I'm
Red
gonna sit here
Rockets.
and talk
This
for
is
about
Tyler
30
Clark, guest
seconds, 'cause I
commentator
know
for this
Tyler
game.
was
I want
probably
to thank
gonna
Joey for
do
allowing
the
me to
same
come on
thing here.
and bring you this wonderful
And
afternoon of backyard baseball action.
I'm
The Crazy Fishes will be coming in and undefeated with 11-0 record. They'll be teeing off against the 5-6 Red Rockets team. Starting pitcher for the Red Rockets will be Colleen Clinker, coming in with a 2-2 record and a 1.14 ERA. She'll be facing Sally Dobbs, pitcher for the Fishes. Getting us started here will be shortstop Luann Louis
There probably will be
for the
times we talk
Fishes.
over
Here in
each
the
other.
top of the
That's
first, she
really
comes in
cool.
with a .483 batting average. Louis, very, very fast runner. Gets that ball on the ground anywhere. There's a good chance she can beat that out. First pitch of the game from Clinker is going to be called strike one. We are underway from Parks Department Field number 2.
I always do this.
Louis always has her trusty teddy bear with her. She needs it for her own concentration, her own focus level. And takes another called strike there. Louis looking at the first 2 pitches of the game. It'll go to 0-2 on the Fishes shortstop. Here's the pitch from Clinker. Louis, little pop-up behind the pitcher, fielded by the shortstop and got her by a step at first.
Dang, are you serious?
One away. Number 2 batter up to the plate for the Fishes. This is going to be center fielder Pete Wheeler. Wheeler very, very fast. As I'm sure many of you know at home. He gets that ball on the ground on the left side of the infield. There is a good chance that he is going to beat that out. First pitch to Wheeler is going to be a ball inside. As it says with Wheeler, nicknamed Wheels, point him in a direction and tell him when to run. No one will stop him. Wheeler fouls that off to the right.
Brody is
1-1. Clinker, a solid pitcher out there for the
Brody
Rockets.
is here, everybody.
Having an average season, as I said, 5-6 record. As
Check,
Wheeler, a little
on.
pop up on the left side of the
Up on the-
infield. That's
up on
going to
your
drop. There is
left
no
chair.
chance they're going to throw him out. It'll be an infield single for Pete Wheeler. He gets
never
that
wants to
ball
sit
on the
on her
left
chair.
side of the infield, as I
Up
said.
here,
There is
sweetie.
no one in this league who will throw him out. Now in steps the vaunted, the famous Pablo Sanchez, left fielder for the Fishes, coming in with a .457 batting average. Pablo can do it all. He can pitch, he can hit, he can field, and he can run. He's very fast, has a lot of power, gets good contact on that ball. There's a good chance it's going over the fence. Here's the pitch to Sanchez, cut on and missed there, 1-1 count.
Okay,
You're looking good. Would not be
chat's
surprised to
on
see
stupid
Wheeler
really
off
well.
at the pitch either coming up here.
What's Tyler saying? Do you guys know?
Wheeler has
I
the
don't know
speed
yet.
for it. Here's the pitch to Sanchez.
We're doing a lot of
He
experimenting
fouled
here.
behind.
That is Tyler's
1-2.
face on the cat head, by the way. I made
One
a little
out,
cat
top
head.
of the first. Sanchez on the ground. Past the mound. It was fielded, but he's going to beat it out as an infield single for Sanchez. Back-to-back
Brody,
infield
come
singles
up
for
on
the
your chair.
Fishes.
Look, you're just
And
like
they have
most
something
cats.
cooking here in the top
You know
of the
how cats,
first.
they'll-
Runners on
they
first
won't
and
play
second
with the
with
cat
only one out.
tree you bought them, but they'll play
As
in
the
the box.
powerful Ahmed Khan
Yeah,
comes to
Brody's
the
like
plate,
one of
first
those. He has-
baseman
he has a
for the
little cat
Fishes,
tree
coming
though
in with a
upstairs.
.333 average.
Oh, do you smell the chicken on my
Swung
fingers?
on and
Yeah.
missed for strike one.
I had a rotisserie, a supermarket rotisserie chicken,
A lot of power.
like $5.
Not really
It's
sure how we can
delicious.
hear what's going on with those headphones, but
It's cheaper
to
than
each their own.
you know going to a fast
Inside
food
pitch
burger
is a
place.
called strike on Khan.
Come up here, sweetie. Here, I gotta put you on your
It'll
chair.
go to 0-2 on Ahmed.
Little baby.
Here's the pitch
Maybe
from
strike
Clinker,
out,
and a
thanks.
called third strike.
Yeah, that's a major bummer.
Surprising
Thanks.
at
Thanks
bat
a
there
lot,
from
Rody.
Ahmed Khan as he looks at two called strikes, and he's going to be out for the second.
Now you get
Out of the top of the first.
Get up here.
Catcher Mikey Thomas, number 5 hitter, up
Snot
for the
shot
Fishes.
time.
He comes in, batting an even .500 on the year. Quite a season for Mikey. Very powerful. So he hits that ball well into the gap in right center field.
Of course.
Center fielder's going to be right there for the out.
Sweetie.
And that'll do it here for the top of the first. Fishes get 2 hits, score no runs. On to the bottom of inning 1, we go due up. Jim Kiley, Veronica Lee, and Molly May for the Rockets. Jim Kiley, leadoff hitter for the Rockets, coming in. Third baseman, batting .451 on the year. Ready to face Sally Dobbs, starting pitcher for the Fishes. Here's the pitch to Kiley. And a foul behind. Don't have information on Dobbs's ERA or winning percentage or any of that. My stat guide neglected to give me that sort of information from the Fishes. I have it from the Rockets, but not the Fishes. And Kiley looks at a called third strike to get things started for the Rockets. So very quickly,
hi, baby.
3 up,
Maybe
3
that's when we
pitches,
start
3
doing
down.
like batting how many times
And then steps Veronica Lee, center fielder, coming in batting .136. Lee, a little pop-up, foul ground, and Phillips could not track that down. That
guys are embarrassing me in front of Tyler.
bounces foul. It'll be strike 1. Dobbs with a hook and fouled by Lee. We'll go to 0-2. Dobbs is a very good pitcher. And Lee strikes out. 6 pitches so far for Dobbs and 2 strikeouts. Right fielder Molly May coming in, batting .272 on the year. Number 3 hitter for the Fishes. See if Dobbs can keep this going. It said. And May's going to get a bunt down, actually. Thomas fields it, throws it on to Ahmed Khan at first, and that'll do it for the bottom of the first. It's 3 up, 3 down for the Rockets. And the Fishes will take their turn at the top of inning number 2.
You are just
Due up,
laying
Keisha
down
Phillips,
here
Maria
like a
Luna, and
beached up
Gretchen Hasselhoff.
whale or something.
Top of the second.
I give you, It's all
Brody,
your
your
whole own chair, and you choose to lay on the floor by my
Third
feet,
baseman Keisha
where the
Phillips.
wheels of my chair
Phillips.
could possibly bump into
But
you.
got a
I don't
strikeout
care.
and a fly ball
Come here.
from Mikey
You want to hold
Thomas.
just a child or something?
Didn't give up any runs. As
This
Phillips
is
looks at
my
strike 1, she's
third
looking at
daughter.
strike 2 now. So Keisha already down 0-2.
Oh, now you don't want. Okay, now you don't want to sit on
Blinker
my lap.
continuing
Okay,
to look
guys
good
hear-
on the mound.
guys
Very
hear a little
strong outing from the
meow
Rockets
there.
pitcher.
They
Phillips,
always
a little
meow like they're being
tapper
tortured.
in front of the plate, up the first
Oh,
baseline.
that's
and
crap.
she's gonna
Oh,
be
come on,
out.
challenge that.
Thrown out by a step by the catcher.
Brody, did I upset you by
One away
holding
in the
you
top
and showing
of the first
you
is right
love?
fielder Maria Luna up to the plate, coming in
Bad
batting
logic, right?
.241 on the year.
Should I take you off screen? Are you going upstairs now?
There's a lot of power in that little figure from Luna as she swings at the first pitch, a pop-up
Brody's doing
in
something.
the vicinity of the pitcher, and is caught. And 2 away as the Hoff. Second baseman Gretchen Hasselhoff batting .296 on the year. Number 8 hitter in the lineup for the Fishes. Blinker's only thrown 18 pitches so far through 2 innings as Hasselhoff swings at the first pitch. Grounder to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down.
Stop it. Now
Not
everything's
much to
falling
say
on my
about
desk.
that offensive showing for the Fishes. And the Rockets will come to the plate for their second turn at bat as second baseman Nicky Winston is up. He comes in batting .160 as
You guys
Dobbs with
having
a fastball to get that started, bringing the heat.
You guys having fun?
And it's cut on
I
and missed
am.
by Winston. Dobbs only threw 7 pitches in the first inning, had 2 strikeouts.
Oh, Maria,
Winston
there you go.
with
There,
a
Maria.
beam to right field. There's
Trapped
Luna.
it. Wow.
And it drops in front of her, but she's going to try to throw him out at first.
And now Ahmed's going to let it
Gets
roll.
by Khan. No advancement from Winston. And he'll stay at first with a single to get it started in the bottom of the second. Fernando Diaz, the catcher, up to the plate, coming in batting .147. As Dobbs brings the pitch, going to be called in the outside corner. Strike 1 to Diaz. Winston on first.
Okay.
Bottom of the second, nothing is the score. Diaz looks at another called strike. 0-2 pitch from Dobbs, and Diaz cut on and missed. Got him swinging. 1 away in the bottom of the first. Dobbs up to 3 strikeouts now as Murray Goldman now up. Left fielder For the Rockets, batting .242 on the season. Goldman swings at the first pitch, grounded to the pitcher. Dobbs gonna flip it to second for one. On to first, it's a double play. An inning-ending double play gets Goldman at first. That was a thing of beauty. Dobbs to Hasselhoff to Kahn. That concludes the second inning as we hit the top of the third. Due up, Sally Dobbs, Luann Louie, Pete Wheeler. Here we go for the top of inning number 3 in this contest between the Fishes and the Rockets. Sally Dobbs coming in batting 160, set to defeat Colleen Klinker. 19 pitches, 1 strikeout so far for Klinker, looking pretty good.
Yeah,
Called
this guy's a
strike
pro,
1
isn't he?
on Dobbs. And it's Tyler Clark for Backyard Baseball Network. Pleased to bring you today's game between the Fishes and the Rockets. Dobbs with a foul back to the right. It's going to be 0-2.
Tyler, care to
on
say
the
how
Fishes
many attempts on
pitcher.
iMovie it
Due
took
up for the
you?
inning, Sally Dobbs,
How many
Luann
times it
Louie,
crashed?
and Pete Wheeler. And no score here as we play the top of the third. A big
freezer
freeze
balls.
gets Dobbs swinging. What an excellent pitch from Klinker to get Dobbs on that. That was an unexpected pitch. Better on the big freeze. And one is quickly away in the top of the third as Luann Louie up. Coming in, still batting .483. She's 0 for 1. Ground ball to the shortstop. Got us started in this game today. It's called first strike on Louie with her teddy bear there. Here's the pitch to Louie, and a foul. Bounces near the third base bag. Out of play. 0-2 count to Luann, coming from Klinker, who's looked solid so far. And a foul from Louie. Klinker with 2
Moments,
strikeouts,
it's the Sunday
25
Super
pitches,
Duper,
no
not the
walks
midget.
at this point. And on the ground to the
on,
right
Luann!
side, that's going to be tough. Louie can fly, and she will beat that out for an infield single. Fishes have 3
Yeah,
infield
Tyler,
singles
just
so
do the
far
audio.
this game.
Just do the voice memos from now on, dude. It was so
One of
much
them by
easier.
this man
It was
right
so
here,
much
Pete
easier.
Wheeler due up. He comes in 1 for 1 with that infield single.
Well, we're
Like I
gonna
said
get Steele
before,
going
Louie
because
is very fast.
to.
Would not be surprised to see her off with one of these pitches here. Wheeler takes a called first strike. Louie is off to second, but a fired shot from Goldman down to
Wait, what'd you
second.
say?
Louie will retreat back,
Hit
but
an
she's going to be
arm.
caught stealing. Boy, what a beam that was from catcher Murray Goldman of the Rockets. And those 2 away now, and a big freeze gets Wheeler to cut on and miss that one. 0-2. I'm surprised that Klinker threw that there with an 0-1 count and didn't wait until she had 2 strikes on Wheeler as he fouled that pitch off.
That's disappointing.
0-2 on Pete still. I can't get over that throw to second. My goodness, Louie was dead to rights if that was caught. Meanwhile, Wheeler's going to single to right. He's going to try to advance to second. And he will make it as the right fielder falls down. Now to third goes way down. He's going to change his mind. Wheeler will get credit for a double on that as the right fielder kind of tripped. And Pablo Sanchez up to the plate. Now with a runner in scoring position, Sanchez.
I don't think you actually dropped an F-bomb. I think it was it sounded like you said fired, and I don't know. It sounded like 2 words that came into one, but no, you did not make the swear.
Is 1 for 1. He also had an infield single in the top of the first. Now 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Sanchez. A big freeze. What a time for that. And do a pitching change here, actually, as those big freezes could wear out your arm. As Chad Koppel up. He gives out the 2-4 record at 2.89 ERAs and rifles that strike over to Sanchez. A mid-at-bat pitching change. Unusual tactic from the Red Rockets. Here's the 0-2 pitch, though, to Sanchez. He's going to foul that behind. Hate to leave that runner stranded in scoring position here. And Sanchez swings and misses. That'll conclude
that makes more sense.
matters in the top of the third. Very rare strikeout from Pablo. No runs on a hit.
Pablo strikes out all the time. What are you talking about?
As Klinker, number 7 hitter now. She's playing shortstop for the Rockets. And they're batting .200 to get us started. They've been up 6 down so far for the Rockets. Dobbs has had her way as Klinker fouls that to the left. It was a laser beam shot, but it did land foul. Dobbs already has 3 strikeouts. She's only surrendered one hit and cut on and missed by Clinker.
I did my best to be quiet for Tyler.
Gonna go 0-2.
The whole time.
Here's the pitch from Dobbs. And Clinker tries to bunt. She missed it. That goes down as a strikeout.
Don't worry, I still talk a lot. I can't
And
help
now
myself.
Chad Koppel's up
Just
to the
ask
plate.
Jeannie.
The new pitcher, who was the shortstop, coming in batting 193 on the
That probably sounded
season.
terrifying.
For the Rockets, Dobbs looking fantastic so far as Koppel swings and misses that. 4 Ks already for Sally, no walks. Here's the pitch, another called strike on Koppel. It'll go to 0-2. And fouled behind. Pitch again, swung and missed. Another strikeout for Sally Dobbs. She's faced 8 hitters. One of them has reached base, but was out in a double play. And number 9 hitter, Mickey O'Connell.
Okay, all
Got a ground out
right.
to Dobbs. That'll conclude the inning. 3 up, 3 down.
All the ladies, let me hear you make some noise.
As we advance to the top of the 4th. Ahmed Khan, Mikey Thomas, and Keisha Phillips due up. Here we go to the start of inning number 4 from Parks Department Field number 2, 0-0 between the Fishes and the Rockets. Is the powerful Ahmed Khan up. Top of inning number 4, followed by Mikey Thomas and Keisha Phillips due up. Chad Koppel recently into the game.
Oh, that
Khan
sounded
gets a
crunchy.
Shot into that pitch. High fly ball, left center field.
All
off
that
the
for.
fence.
Come on.
Khan gonna try to stretch that into
Oh,
a
my
double, and he's
goodness,
not
no.
gonna make it. He'll get credit for his
All
single
that
defense
just to be
retreat
thrown
back
out
to
at
first.
second.
He's gonna
I
get
need a
caught
butt
on a
juicer
rundown,
for
and he is
myself on
out.
that one.
So
This
Khan
one's
gets
for
a
me.
single on that, and he is thrown out while trying to stretch that. Mikey Thomas comes up. He comes in 0 for 1. Thomas, not so fast, but has a lot of power in that bat. Here's the pitch from Koppel. And Thomas with a shot to right. Center fielder is there. She's going to try to throw him out at
Yes,
first.
yes. Give me another butt juicer alert. That time for the computer.
He'll advance 2 bases on that. That was close. I'm not actually sure he would have made that. He gets credit for a single.
Oh, he's gonna go to third on that one.
And he'll make it up to third base. That throw was on line. Who knows what would
We
have
need
happened?
a really deep fly
Thomas.
ball to score Big Snotty.
So, first time in the game, the Fishes have a runner at third. Only 1 out in the inning. Keisha can get this on the ground. There's a good chance it'll score as Phillips look at the called first strike. Phillips comes in 0 for 1. Little nubber in front of the plate last time as she fouls that off to the left. Be an 0-2 count on Keisha. Koppel sets. He looked composed since he came in. Here's the 0-2 pitch and a spitball. And a called third strike on
Great.
Keisha. That was unexpected.
It's hard to score a sack fly when
0-2
you're
spitball
out.
from Koppel.
Strike. What?
And it gets Phillips looking. 2 away now is Maria Luna up to the plate. She's also 0 for 1. She popped out to the pitcher in her first time up in the second. Here's the pitch. Another spitball. Fouled away behind by Luna. I said Koppel looks pretty composed. A third spitball.
Dang.
Luna
You know
pops
what?
that
Big
a
Stein may as well just
mile
go
high.
for it.
Oh
See
my
if they drop it.
goodness.
See if they drop it.
Goldman isn't moving too much.
No, they drop it, but the other guy
And
catches
he's
it. I love when
there
those
for the
happen.
catch. I think he dropped it at first. That ball was hit a mile into the air. As we head to the bottom of inning number 4, Jim Kiley going to be facing Dobbs, who has 5 strikeouts, only thrown 22 pitches so far. She's faced the minimum number of hitters. She's given up a single to Nikki Winston in the top of the first. Bottom of the second. Well, fight inning. As Winston lines it to second, the hop is there, throw on to first for the out. Veronica Lee, center fielder, up to the plate. She's 0 for 1.
Yes, Jamon,
She
that
struck out her first time up
that
in
is
the
plan for
first.
now.
Bob looking fantastic so far as usual. On the ground, back to Sally.
Come on, someone pick it
Sally
up!
bobbles it. She trips over out of nowhere. It's Hasselhoff to throw to first and out.
Goodness.
There's Veronica Lee. Gretchen came out of nowhere, really. Threw her out. 2 away. It's Molly May, batting 264, number 3 hitter. As I was saying, they've only faced, Dobbs is facing the minimum number of hitters. She's given up 1 hit to Winston. He was out in a double play in the second inning.
I could have made you a lizard.
5 strikeouts.
If you want, Tyler.
Looking great so far. 0-0, bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. May gets a charge into that one.
No, no, that's not right.
That one.
He was going to catch that. He was right at the perfect spot for it, and then decided to move away.
With a single. Nikki Winston now up, second baseman. There's a single on the game so far for the Rockets, batting 192. 2-out single for May has extended the inning. Here's the pitch.
Oh, no!
High fly ball. It's going, and it is gone. Nikki Winston, on the first pitch he sees, has cleared
I hate their stupid MP
the scoreboard in center field and has given the Rockets a 2-0 lead. On 2 pitches, back-to-back, a single for May, then Winston with a mammoth shot. It's suddenly the game has been flipped open. 2-0 lead as catcher Fernando Diaz will attempt a bunt. Dobbs had been pitching so well. 1 hit until this inning. And Diaz will look at a ball, 1-1. Here it is. Tries the bunt, doesn't get it. And 1-2 pitch. The ball looks like that missed a little low. Now it will advance to 2-2. Here it is to Diaz, and he gets that bunt down successfully with 2 strikes. Dobbs will field, flips it on to Kahn at first, and the inning is over. But 2 runs come across on 2 hits from the Rockets, including that 2-run home run by Nikki Winston as we head to inning number 5. 2-0, favor of the Rockets. On to the 5th we go. 2-0, Rockets over the Fishes. Second baseman, the Hoff. Gretchen Hasselhoff up to the plate, batting .285 on the year. Gretchen looks at a called first strike from Koppel, who switched very well coming out of the bullpen so far for the Rockets. Hasselhoff grounded out to first base in the second inning as a spitball comes across for a swinging strike on the Hoff. It'll be 0-2 on Gretchen. Fishes no offense so far. It's going to be a ball to Gretchen.
Tyler, I imagine, is doing a great job. I can't hear him. Like I said, we tried this.
5 hits. And I've not gotten anything across. As Hasselhoff swings and misses at that. That'll be the first out of the 5th inning as pitcher Sally Dobbs up to the plate. She was a very quick strikeout victim.
Hey, Roger.
In her first at bat in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch from Koppel, swung on and missed by Dobbs. Only batting 153 on the season as she gets that in play. A little nubber to the left and caught harmlessly out in 3rd. 2 away in the 5th is Luann Louis. She comes in 1 for 2, ground out her first time, got a single, and then it was thrown out, kind of was caught stealing in the 3rd on an absolute moonbeam from catcher Murray Goldman from the Rockets as Louis fouls out off to the left. Here's the pitch from Koppel, fouled again by Louis. And it'll go to 0-2. Luann has wheels, has to put it in play first. Here's the pitch, and a ball inside. No walks from either team so far. Both teams have been up there swinging away. Wanted to hit it. Here it is to Louis, and she swings and misses at that one. And 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 1st. Not the top of the 1st, sorry, the top of the 5th. As we head on to the bottom of the 5th for Murray Goldman, who I thought was the catcher. Clearly
come on, somebody!
As he gets it in play, Dobbs going to field that, throws him out at first.
Actually, Tyler
The
lives
first
at
out of the
Fenway
fifth
Park.
inning. Who the heck is the catcher then for the Rockets? Joey, I know you'll make fun of me for this in post. I thought Murray Goldman was the catcher. Who the heck is the catcher? Alright, well, I'll figure this out later. Colleen
Yeah,
Clinker's
I'll
up.
make
She's
fun
0
of you
for
now.
1 with a strikeout, and she puts that
Tyler,
in
be like
the
this.
line shot for the tee shot at third. And here's Koppel,
Not really. He's
the
a nice
pitcher.
guy.
He struck out his first time up as well. Dobbs looking fantastic. Other than the single and the home run to May and Winston, she really hasn't done anything other than one other single to Nikki Winston. No one else has reached base. And there hasn't really been much really hard-hit contact either. Koppel quickly
Score
down
some
on
runs.
strikes.
Jeez.
So 3 up, 3 down for the Rockets. We're already speeding into the top of the 6th. This could be it for the Fishes. Top of the 6th and potentially final inning here from Parks Martin Field number 2. This game between the
Don't worry, there's 2 more
Fishes
games
and the
after
Rockets.
this.
Tyler Clark for the Backyard Baseball Network. Thank you for joining us. It's a lovely day.
Pete Wheeler,
whenever you're watching
please.
this.
It's called nose.
All right.
Live
You can
after
get
the
the
fact that
second.
Wheeler grounds that down the first
She's
baseline.
got
He's
a
going to be
cannon
flying up to second
and
base.
right,
Can he make it
so
to
we're gonna keep it
third
there.
is the question, as the right fielder finally gets that in. And Wheeler will get a double to get a start. 2 runs are needed to extend the game. Luckily, they have 2, 3, 4 hitters due up as Pablo Sanchez. He comes in 1 for 2. He is the tying run in this 2-0 game. Fish is looking to rally here in the 6th inning. Pitch to
Please,
Sanchez
something.
in the air
Dang,
to right.
dang,
Let's see if that's
to her.
caught. It is caught. Wheeler's going to try to tag. He'll take the extra feet. He advances to third. There's 1 away. It's Ahmed Khan up. That has him as 0 for 2. I have him as 1 for 2. He did single. He was thrown
I
out
like
trying
it.
to advance to a double.
Best catcher is Pudge.
Stats are meaningless
Very good
anyway, I
choice.
guess. Wheeler at third. Khan is the tying run in the 6th as he
Sorting it
falls
up.
out behind. He's down 0-2. The Rockets will probably concede the run on
Go for
anything
it,
hit
Pete.
on the
Just go
infield.
for
They'll
it.
take the out. A little nubber up the
Whoa.
third baseline.
Oh,
Wheeler,
no.
talk about
Get
going
back,
home.
get back. Now he's slowing
he's going
down.
on a
No.
rundown.
Get back, Pete, get back.
As he gets
He's
just back
out.
and forth.
That hurts
He's
so
out of gas,
bad.
unfortunately.
Yeah, Ahmed is at second, but
As
oh
Khan
man, yeah,
advances
hindsight,
up
I
to
guess I could have
second.
held up, but we need a snot shot. We
Fortunately,
need a
though,
snot shot, not a
Wheeler is
snot
out. I think
single. We
Mickey
need a snot
O'Connell is the
shot.
catcher, but O'Connor is the catcher, by the way, as I'm looking at that now. I thought it was Goldman, unless they changed positions at some point. So, 2 away in the 6th inning, down to their
Said
final
change
out,
positions.
with
Just
Khan
missed
now at
it.
second after the rundown for Mikey Thomas. The last chance. He is the tying run.
You want us to bunt with
Wheeler
Mikey
tried to come
Thomas?
home on that, but caught a run down to the
All right,
process of
well, that's
slow-mo
gonna get a
as
run
Thomas
back.
nails that and just missed.
But
Oh,
unfortunately,
just
that
missed
means
it over
Mikey
the
Thomas
fence.
is at first.
That'll get
So we
Khan
get a snot
home.
single, at least to
Ahmed scores
end the
easily.
shutout.
Thomas with an RBI single. It makes it 2-1. Tantalizingly close to tying this game, though, was Thomas just off the fence.
We don't use power-ups,
Keisha,
by the way, so Tyler...
That proves to be the winning
hope you
run
know
at
that.
home, or the go-ahead
Dang it,
run, excuse me.
I thought I had it there. Dang
As she
it.
looks at a called first strike. Koppel's still out there pitching. Got 4 strikeouts.
Someone's got to drop
Thomas on
it.
first. Keisha pops that up. That could do it. To short.
Wow,
And
Mikey, you
it's
suck!
dropped. But they get Thomas out at second because he is so slow. And that, unfortunately,
Well, they embarrassed me in front of Tyler. First
will
loss.
do it here. From Parks Department Field number 2. 2-1 final. Rockets defeat the
And
Fishes.
Tyler, take as much time as you need here.
Winning pitchers Chad Koppel, losing loss goes to Sally Dobbs.
This guy's a pro. He's got the win and loss decisions and everything. I don't even think that was a thing until maybe the console version of Backyard Baseball. And congratulations on your 2nd championship in Backyard Baseball. And then move around here. Okay, so before we get into game 2, again, if you are just jumping in now, So this is a special edition of Backyard Sports on SJP. We have Tyler Clark, who is in the chat. Tyler, I appreciate you reaching out and giving us this wonderful idea. Again, and Roger got jump scared by me. So the game you're watching is pre-recorded, and I'm here live in my basement right now to still give you some comfy real-time Joey voice. So, you know, if you're getting in the chat, I am still here to chat back at you. So before we get on to the next game, let's pause for station identification. You're watching the Sunday Super Duper on Sometimes Joey Play. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, all you cool
Forgot the name of my
cats.
own-
This
name
is
of my own
the
stream.
Sunday Super Duper on Sometimes Joey Plays. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling it, you dig? Yeah.
The Park Department Field number 2 for this afternoon's backyard baseball contest between the Humongous Sox and the Crazy Fishes. Tyler Clark back to bring you another exciting afternoon of backyard baseball action. Crazy Fishes coming off a very surprising first loss of the year and their previous outing, but they look to rebound here as pitcher Sally
1.2 ERA
Dobbs
with Ockman's
takes
pretty
the mound to get things started here for the Fishes, facing up against shortstop Vic Souffle
All right, let's bounce
of the
back.
Sox. Dobbs, pretty consistent pitcher, low ERA so far on the year. Pretty much the only pitcher used by the Fishes is a runner right here with a swinging strike from Souffle. And a foul tip behind there by Souffle. It'll be 0-2 on the Sox shortstop as Dobbs looks for a strikeout to get things started. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's a swing and a miss. Souffle down on strikes. Dobbs picks up her first strikeout already on the first batter of the game.
Okay, so I'll just pause really quick for a quick story. So, Tyler, it's funny because Tyler has seen my human face. Tyler and I have no prior knowledge of each other, and so we get on a call to do the first attempt of recording this, which was a completely different game. I just ended up like not using the footage at all. And the first thing he says, "Okay, this is really weird." And for me, I'm just like, "What? What do you mean? We're just on a we're just on a Zoom call." Well, if for those of you who don't know me in real life, I'm not a white cat PNG head that just bounces up and down in sync with the audio waves. So just a funny thing there that you know, Tyler had to look at my face, which you're welcome, Tyler.
And steps Liz Kinghorn, second baseman for the Sox, coming in hitting .297 on the season. Dobbs, fast start. And she gets a called strike there on Kinghorn. Already 4 pitches, 4 strikes so far for the Fishes pitcher. And a foul to the right from Kinghorn. It'll be 0-2 on her as well. Dobbs looking for 2 strikeouts to start the game. Here's the pitch. And it's a called third strike. And down goes Kinghorn on strikes. Sally Dobbs picks up her second strikeout of the inning. She's faced 6. She's only thrown 6 pitches, got 2 strikeouts. As left fielder Felix Grant coming in, hitting .428 on the season, looking to put the ball in play. It looks at a called first strike. 7 pitches, 7 strikes so far for Dobbs. She looks borderline unhittable so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Grant. It's going to be a ball inside.
Going for the
First ball
immaculate
of the game
inning.
from Sally, 1-1 count on the Sox left fielder. Here's the pitch. A ground ball past Dobbs.
Oh, cool, Ahmed. Hey, how about getting back to first? What the heck?
Ahmed went over to field that, and I don't know why. That was to the left of the pitcher's mound that Louis and Hasselhoff were there. Colin running over. Hasselhoff fielded
what
it.
happened there.
Went running over to first, but at that point, the runner was already safe. It'll be an infield single as Jordan Thorner puts a weak pop-up to the left. It's fielded by Phillips, and the top half of the first inning is over. So the Sox do pick up an infield single. I truly don't know what Ahmed Khan was doing
I was
in
really
that
mad
play.
because I was going for the immaculate inning, too.
Nonetheless, we're into the bottom of the first inning with shortstop Luann Louis to get things started for the Fishes. Pitcher Jack Joseph with a sub-3 ERA on the year for the Sox will be getting things started for them. Here's the first pitch to Louis. She looks at a called first strike. Louis very fast, gets that ball on the left side of the infield. Probably going to beat that out with her speed. Here's the pitch to Louis. Going to be a hit to right. Right center field. Center fielder gets a glove on it, does not control. It'll go down as a single for Louis. Although Backyard Baseball has strange scoring, they'll credit batters with both a single and an error at the same time. So I kind of given up trying to figure out what goes into that. I'm not sure if that'll go down as a single or an error. Possibly both. And now Pete Wheeler up, center fielder, hitting 300 on the year. Possibly the fastest player in the league, along with maybe Louis. Louis was off with a pitch. Wheeler taps that to the left side. When he hits it there is no one going to throw him out. There is no one in the league that will throw him out if he hits it there if he has full stamina.
Double steal.
They actually almost got Louis at second. That's how fast Wheeler was. By the time it was fielded, he was already at first. So runners on first and second for the vaunted Pablo Sanchez, left fielder for the Fishes, hitting .447 on the season. Here's first pitch to Pablo. Gonna be hit. Deep drive to center field. I don't think that's enough to get out. It does not. It's off the scoreboard. Louis gonna score. Sanchez up to second. Here comes Wheeler. The second run. Sanchez on his way to third now. With that throw gets in. The pitcher collide. The ball's on the ground. It's fielded.
Oh, go, Pablo!
Sanchez heads back to third, but they ran into each other again, and he scores.
Put it up.
So Sanchez scores on that. That was definitely not a home run. The catcher and Joseph collided with each other.
Much needed after going down 2-1. How about a 3
was on
spot?
his way home. The powerful Ahmed Khan now up 3 home already in the inning as Khan looks at the ball inside, hitting .333 on the year. Sanchez drove home Louis and Wheeler on that last hit. Here's the pitch to Khan. Swung on and missed. 1-1 now. For the first baseman for the Fishes, still nobody out in the bottom of the first. Joseph up to 6 pitches. Here comes his 7th. As Khan gets good wood on that. That's high and deep to right center field.
Yeah, boy.
It is going. It is going.
Boy.
It is out of here. Ahmed Khan with a powerful blast to right center field. As he circles the bases, that makes it 4-0 in favor of the Fishes.
Just guitaring over Tyler Clark talking.
Quickly rebounding after a very shocking 3-2 loss in their previous outing.
All right, enough of that.
Up 4-0 here. Here comes catcher Mikey Thomas. Thomas has a lot of power, not a lot of speed. Despite that, he's hitting .515 on the year so far. Joseph a bit rattled, needs to compose himself as Thomas puts some good wind to that.
That's gonna fall a little
Deep
short.
right field and not out of here, off the glove of the right fielder. As the ball drops,
Mikey,
Thomas going to be content to stay at first. I don't blame him. He's not very fast. He would have been thrown out by quite a lot. And we'll see by BBL rules if that goes down as an error or a single. I really have no idea. Third baseman Keisha Phillips now up, hitting .342 on the season. Thomas at first, still no outs. So be careful because Thomas does not have a lot of speed. Ball's on the ground to the right side. Phillips with speed, she's going to burn down to the base path. Throw's going to easily get Thomas at second. I kind of figured that might happen. It's a fielder's choice for Phillips as she reaches first. And in steps Maria Luna now with 1 away. In the bottom of the first inning, 4-0 Fishes. Phillips on first. Luna hitting .225 on the season. Known primarily as a line drive hitter. Not a lot of power from Maria. She swings and misses at the first pitch.
High Destiny 17-13.
Pink hat goes very well with the rest of her attire as she pretty much exclusively wears pink, including in her hair as a
Come on to YouTube. It's
tip behind. It'll be 0-2 to Luna. And here's the pitch to Maria, and she swings and misses strike 3. Phillips off for second. Throw is not even close.
And Phillips
with a steal of second. Luna strikes out 2 away in the inning. And in steps Gretchen Hasselhoff, second baseman for the Fishes. The Hawk,
so if you're
as she
complimenting
is
his
known
energy
around the league. Hitting .275 on the year.
It's known.
Phillips on second, 2 outs, bottom of the first. Here's the pitch to Gretchen, fouled off to the right, 0-1. Excellent first inning for the Fishes. Looking to add to it here as Hasselhoff swings and misses. It's 0-2 on Gretchen. And
that's on me.
Swung on and missed. Gretchen's down on 3 pitches, and that does it
At least she
at the
apologized.
bottom of the first. But the Fishes score 4 runs, pick up 6 hits as well. 2 errors committed by the Sox. As I said, those BBL rules. As we're on to the top of the second inning. Dobbs got 2 quick strikeouts last inning. Gave him an infield single and then got out of it a weak pop-up. Third baseman Artie Pimbleton up to the plate, a 400 hitter. Ground ball to Dobbs. Knocks it down, fields it onto first to Khan, and easy
Did a Spanish
first out
language
of the
announcer
inning.
would be
Okay.
awesome.
Pitcher Jack
Yo,
Joseph,
Jack
a
Joseph is
sub
butt
100
juice,
batter,
bro.
only hitting 0.88
Oh,
on the year.
88. This is the second to last
Off
game
to
of
a
the
very,
season.
very slow start on his backyard baseball season campaign as he swings and misses there. The number 6 hitter in the lineup for the Sox. Here's the pitch from Dobbs and another swing and a miss from Joseph. He's down 0-2. Here's the pitch from Dobbs and swung on and missed. Joseph's up and down on 3 pitches. Sally picks up her 3rd strikeout of the game.
Do.
2 away in the top of the first.
I don't know
Excuse me,
what's
top of the
happening
second.
here with
Top
Tyler's
of the
audio,
second.
but
As center
trust
fielder
me, at
Mary
this point,
Riley up to the plate,
we'll be
hitting
happy with anything we
242
can
on the year.
It's not your
Here's
fault.
the pitch to Riley, ball inside.
And what was that, the 5 spot or the 6 spot Jack Joseph was in? Either way.
Riley
Oh,
was part of a few plays there in the bottom of the first when the Fishers are up, and she gets some wood on that to center, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Wheeler fields it, throws it into Gretchen as she gets it back to Sally, and the inning continues. Riley with a 2-out single brings up first baseman Tina Herrera. Great hitter in the lineup for the Sox. 2 outs, top of the second, still 4-0 as Herrera tips that behind foul. Dobbs up to 18 pitches so far, 3 strikeouts, no walks. Pitch to Herrera, cut on and missed.
Yes, Tommy.
Sally looking
Tyler
strong
did fantastic
on this
job.
at bat. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Herrera, and she
Not
swings and
Sally's
misses
feeling right
early on
now.
that. She heads back to the bench. Dobbs picks up her 4th strikeout.
Well, why am I sitting here acting like I can't pause the video? Yeah, no, Tyler's done a great job, just not as excellent in an iMovie, but that's kind of not saying much because iMovie's terrible.
Sox lead 1. It's 4-0 Fishes as we head to the bottom of the second. 9-1-2 due up with Sally Dobbs followed by the top of the order with
Let's
Lee
see.
and Wheeler. Dobbs, the weakest hitter in the lineup for the Fishes. He's only hitting 148 so far on the year as she looks at a high ball there. Joseph only threw 15 pitches in the first inning. He did pick up 2 strikeouts in Luna and Hasselhoff at the conclusion of the inning as Dobbs swings and misses at that pitch. 1-1 to the Fishes pitcher. And here comes the pitch. Dobbs, a little weak. Pop up on the right side. That could drop, though. And it does.
Yeah,
Hit by
hit.
Kinghorn.
Sally gets a
and
hit.
Dobbs will be happy with an infield single there to get things started in the bottom of the second inning. For the
I
Luann
didn't know,
Louis, who
Tom.
comes in
Or
1
maybe
for
you
1
did
with a
tell me
single
that.
of her own, hitting an even 500.
We also made the mistake of just sending emails back and back and back and back and forth. And I was like, hey, this guy's trustworthy. Here's my number. Call me or text me. Don't call me unless you ask me. And it's not just Tyler, just anyone in general. Like, unless you're Jeannie or it's an emergency, text me first and then be like, hey, can I call you? Because I just don't like phone.
On the year so far. Louis looking to bunt, fouls it behind. Dobbs not the fastest runner, also not the slowest over at first, trying to possibly
Oh, I thought I hit. Okay.
bunting action, no matter.
Oh my gosh, me and Tyler and 9 Gretchens again. That would be an insane asylum.
Though it's 0-2 already to Louise. She looks at a called strike. Doesn't hit for power, all speed as she fouls that off to the left to be 0-2 again. The Fishes shortstop. Here's the pitch from Joseph. And Louis on the ground to the right side. First baseman was playing very far in. They're going to get Dobbs at second on
That's
the
all right,
force
get my
out.
pitcher
Louis
back on the
does
bench.
reach first. And there's 1 out.
Okay, so Goldie with a 9-team Jorge team. Now, wouldn't have you had that same result that we did with Gretchen's where Jorge just got tired all at one point?
Bottom of the second for center fielder Pete Wheeler. He singled in his first at-bat. Again, if he puts that on the ground on the left side of the infield, the only chance the other team may have is getting one of the other base runners out. You're not going to get Wheeler at first. As he swings at the first pitch, ground ball just past the diving Kinghorn. We on our way to third now.
Butt juice alert! Butt juice alert! I saw that coming from the outfield.
He would have made it anyway.
Butt juice alert!
The error from the Sox. Louis going to score. Wheeler up to third because of that. It's 5-0 Fishes. And a pitching change is Vic Souffle now on the mound for the Fishes, facing Pablo Sanchez. Not the guy you want to face. 1 out in the bottom of the second. Wheeler on third. Here's the pitch to Sanchez. Fouls behind. 0-1 to Pablo. He has credit for a home run his first at bat. He didn't actually hit it over the fence. It was off the scoreboard. And then a number of throwing decisions to put that one way from the slush allowed him to come around and score.
I did, except for the game.
Anyway, here's the 0-2 to Sanchez, and it'll be a ball inside. Pablo does not strike out very often.
Could you imagine if, like, if the youth softball had butt juice alerts, like, live while he was trying to broadcast? So unprofessional and, like, mean.
He avoided that on that pitch. It's still 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch again from Souffle.
I credit him with a home run for that earlier.
Sanchez staying alive.
That butt juice.
He gets the ball on the ground. Wheeler is going to score almost certainly.
That's on me on that one.
He swings and misses. He's a little early on that pitch. And as soon as I say he doesn't strike out very often, Sanchez strikes out. A very rare strikeout for Pablo. 2 out in the bottom of the second for Ahmed Khan, who has a home run so far, which was absolutely over the fence.
No, let me jump in again and say, as if I need to clarify jumping in my own video. This is also on. This is the iPad team, so I've come to find that it's not the same clicking versus tapping the screen. So I think more strikeouts were bound to happen. Backyard softball would be, well, I mean, they already have small dimensions. Kickball would be fun. And maybe like a backyard field day. That's what I want to see. But I'm not giving y'all any more ideas until Backyard Sports Playground Productions hit me up.
Crushed it. More than 400 feet. He hits this one hard as well to left center field, and it's dropped by the shortstop. Wheeler scores.
There you go.
And Khan will
Boy, where were these runs a game ago, huh?
6-0 Fishes. They got Jack Joseph out there now, previous pitcher out there at short. He got a glove on it. He couldn't control it. And Khan now at first with 2 outs. Wheeler scored 6-0. Mikey Thomas now up. He swings at the first
don't
pitch.
react to that
shot
crowd.
to right center. Liz Kinghorn is there. She makes the out, but the Fishes do push across 2 more runs in the inning. It's 6-0 as we head to the top of the third.
Okay, so fun fact, right? Because because of the frustrations Tyler was experiencing with the iMovie crashes and stuff like that, he actually, for these other games, recorded his play-by-play in two inning intervals, because I guess there was just that. I don't know if it was a limitation thing. I think more so, Tyler, like, please, explain if I'm not correct. I think he was just so terrified of things crashing that if he did a full, hour of play-by-play and the file didn't work, then it's like all or nothing. So, but you'd be none the wiser through the power of editing, but other than the fact that I just told you, what happened.
Chico Adachi hitting 250 on the year. She comes in for her first at bat. As she swings and misses at the first pitch, she's leaning to her right. Dobbs already with 4 strikeouts. Ground ball to the right side.
Somebody,
what no man's land. No one's gonna field that. Dobbs finally gets it.
Wow, what was going on there? Why is the pitcher running into the outfield?
Absolutely nailed her on that.
Get the ball back. Come on.
By a lot more than it was, but she is out on the 1-3 putout officially as we flip back to the top of the order for Vic Souffle.
Going
Liz
forward, Tyler,
Kinghorn to follow. Souffle was a 3-pitch strikeout victory to get things started here in the top of the first. He looks at a ball inside there and a foul tip. It's going to be 1-1 on the now pitcher for the Sox. Jack Joseph, as I said, taking over at shortstop. Souffle swings and misses with that. He's down 1-2. Dobbs looking very strong, already with 4 strikeouts. Can it be 5 right here? It will not. It's a foul ball. And Souffle stays alive for now. This remains a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Dobbs. And a swing and a miss. Down goes Souffle for the second time. 5 Ks for Sally.
Hi, me.
Through 2 2/3 innings pitched to second baseman Liz Kinghorn up. She was also a strikeout victim on 3 pitches in the top of the first. Dobbs pitching very effectively so far. It's a called strike on the inside corner to Kinghorn. And Kinghorn looking to bunt, fouls it to the left. It's 0-2. Dobbs make it 6 strikeouts through 3 innings. She sure can. Down goes Kinghorn on 3 pitches. Dobbs
6
already with 6
strikeouts
Ks,
in 3 innings. Nice.
and it remains a 6-0 game. With 2 hits so far for the Sox. Fish is looking quite strong as they bat here in the bottom of the third. Keisha Phillips will get things started. Luna and Hasselhoff will follow. Keisha swings at the first pitch, a little bloop to the left, and it's going to drop foul. Phillips got credit for a single in the bizarre backyard baseball rules the first time up, despite the fact that Mikey Thomas was thrown out at second.
Appreciate that, Keisha.
You go by pro rules, that would be a fielder's choice, but
wow,
makes the rule books.
Wow.
Speaking of rule book, that is a strikeout from Phillips as she looks at that pitch, the inside corner, so she goes down. Souffle picks up his 2nd strikeout, and now in steps Maria Luna, the right fielder. She struck out her first time up for the Fishes.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be some insane reaction to this.
Here's the pitch. It's gonna be a strike inside corner to Luna. 218 hitter on the year. She's fast, and she looks at another strike on the inside corner. One thing she doesn't like to do is pitch. Right here, she's going to swing though, 0-2, and she does swing, line drive.
Yo, Maria,
right
why are
the
you
middle
butt
play,
juice, yo? I thought
and
being in pink was supposed to make you unstoppable.
Gretchen struck out her first time up on 3 pitches. Second baseman for the Fishes, hitting 266 right now. Souffle, since taking over for Joseph, to give him credit, has settled things down. He's quieted the Fishes' bats as Hasselhoff looks at a ball inside.
Backyard Baseball MLS edition.
1-0. Here's the pitch. It's a crazy ball, I believe, and fouled behind. It was either a crazy ball, it might have been a zigzag, actually.
We've played some of that on the channel. They're not live streams. I should get back to that. It's the Little Monsters, and they played their first division season, but I should get back to that. There's a lot I gotta do. I gotta do more Cuphead and everything with that too. I gotta sit down and organize.
It's hard to tell sometimes. Regardless, 1-1. Here's the pitch to Gretchen. A pop-up down the right field line and caught by the catcher in foul territory, and that'll do it. Fishers go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third. We head to the fourth. It's still 6-0. Felix Grant will get us started. He picked up a single in the first inning, an infield single that led some confusion on the base path. A line shot into the gap, left center field. There's Wheeler, though, who does not control it off of his glove. Grant's going to stop at first.
How?
Wheeler's fast, but he doesn't have the most reliable glove out there in center. And Grant will hit a single to get it started. With catcher Jordan Thorner now up to the plate, 166 hitter on the year. Popped out to Keisha Phillips to conclude the first inning. The 0-1. Sorry, the 0-0 pound. He's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He's swung on and missed. 1 strike to Thorner. Foul pop up to the left. That'll be well out of play. And it'll quickly go to 0-2 on the Sox catcher. Dobbs looking for strikeout number 7 right here. Is she going to get it? No. Thorner puts it in the air to Wheeler, positioned in left center field, and Wheeler lets it drop. Now he caught it. Excuse me, I didn't think he caught it at first. And Grant will have to retreat to first. It's a fly out to Wheeler. Can't always tell if he catches it, but he did control it and one away in the inning. For Artie Pimbleton, he looks at a strike right down the middle. Pimbleton hitting .384 on the season for the Sox. On the ground to the right side, this could be
the
2.
lead runner.
Dobbs going to tag out Grant.
Okay.
Pimbleton inexplicably on his way to second. What is he doing?
Butt juice alert up for that kid, that's for sure.
He rounded first as Kahn was catching the ball, trying to make it to second. I have never seen that before.
I like how Tyler says inexplicably.
And it's a double play to end the inning. And the Fish is now up in the bottom of the 6th, bottom of the 4th, still up 6-0. Sally Dobbs will get it started, 9-1-2. Dobbs up to 178, and near a slow-mo pitch. There's going to be ball inside, though.
You're going to waste a slow-mo
Never
on
understood
0-0.
Why some players in this league, when they have the specialty pitch, they throw it on an 0-0 count. You got to save those special pitches for your 2-strike approach, because they take a lot of energy. As Dobbs, good wood to right center. That has a chance to get out of here. It's just off the fence, though. Riley going to track that down in center. Dobbs on her way to second. She should be able to make that. Kinghorn's out there, too.
Nice.
And Dobbs will make it.
I don't know. She makes it on that first throw if it comes
in the bottom
to
of the
the base all the way.
And already a runner in scoring position for Luann Louis, who comes in 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Facing off against Souffle. Be a 20th pitch for Vic, since he's taken over for Joseph in this game. Here's the pitch. Louis looks at a ball. I believe that was low.
Vic's my grandpa's name.
As I've said before, Louis with a lot of speed. She puts it on the ground. She's probably going to score. It's a swing and a miss from Louis. Be 1-1 now. Dobbs with a double to get us started here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch again to Louis. It looks at a called strike. 1-2 now to the Fish's shortstop. And here's the pitch to Louis. And a foul behind. She stays alive. Dobbs still waits on second. Pete Wheeler and Pablo Sanchez to follow here. Ball inside, 2-2. We've yet to see any walks in this game from either team. Fishes have been aggressive and swinging early in the count. Pitch to Louis and fouled behind again. Long at bat, one of the longer ones we've seen in the game thus far. And Louis swings and misses. A little off balance there on the slow
Not very often Luann strikes out.
Pitch. And there's one away in the bottom of the 4th for Pete Wheeler.
You know, if it weren't for the fact that I could clearly tell this is a backyard baseball game, Tyler makes this sound as if it's like a real game, which it is.
Comes in 2 for 2 with a triple and a single so far. Getting his average up to 333. I'm surprised it's not higher, to be honest.
I get the ball far right enough so Sal can advance.
How fast he is. Gets the ball in play. Easily score. Here's the pitch to Wheeler. Foul behind, though. Dobbs had a double to get us started here in the bottom of the inning. Louis had a long at bat that ended up with a strikeout. That's the 3rd in the game so far for Souffle. The pitch to Wheeler. Pop up very high on the fringes of the outfield.
Sally, don't
Jack Joseph is there. Dobbs attempts to tag up. She goes back, though. And Wheeler's out on the pop-up, 2 away.
Can go off on contact
in the bottom of the 4th for Pablo Sanchez. Comes in 1 for 2 with a home run. I'll put that in quotes. And then a strikeout his last time he was up. Dobbs got the double to lead off the inning. Has not advanced off of second base. And it's a zigzag pitch and a swing and a miss from Sanchez. As I said before, why throw the zigzag in an 0-0 count? Throw that with 2 strikes and another one right there. Sanchez does manage to hit that one. Back to Souffle. It's going to drop and caught actually by Pimbleton, I believe, out there at third base. And that ends the inning. Jack Joseph will get us started. In the top of the 5th, facing off against Dobbs. A very strong pitching performance from Sally. 37 pitch. He already has 6 strikeouts. Joseph struck out his first time up. And he looks at a strike there. It's going to be 0-1 on the now shortstop. Joseph was on the mound to get this started. Hits that to Louis. Line shot. She drops it. Plenty of time to compose herself and throws out Joseph at first.
It's okay. Enough
First
time to
out
recover.
at the top of the...
What? Just... Okay. Goldie put something in here. Do I have to, like... Hey... Wait, what do I do? Wait, no. We gotta go back to that, whatever this is. What is this? I'm like trying to squint my eyes. If I squint my eyes, do I see something? It's all black square, white square. It's not a wiener, is it? Because if it's a wiener, we're gonna have a problem. Can anyone read that? I'm just gonna assume that it's something wholesome because you're a pretty wholesome character there. But go have fun with that, guys.
Fifth. Mary Riley, center fielder, up to 264 hitter on the year so far for the Sox. She comes in 1-for-1 with a single. And here's the pitch from Dobbs to Riley. She's going to be swinging early. A little pop up to left, but Phillips is right there for the catch and 2 away. And a top of the fifth that's moving very, very fast. With 3 pitches thrown. And Herrera swings at the first pitch as well.
That's a
Line shot
homer.
to right field. And
Nope,
off the top of the
just
fence, I
missed
thought
me
that was going to be gone. Luna fields it in. Herrera on her way to second. Hasselhoff now throws back to Kant. I have no idea what Tina Herrera was doing on that. She had the single made. And then when that throw came in to Kant, she took off to second base. I don't know why. And as a result,
All right, let's get
3
some
up and
insurance
3
for that
down
6-run lead we have.
for the Sox in the inning. And the Fishes, up by 6 runs, will bat here. Pitching change, though. Liz Kinghorn, the second baseman from this game,
More like
going to be
Liz
up to
Kinghorn.
pitch as Souffle takes over at second. Kahn with a long drive to right center field. Mary Riley is there, though, and makes the catch. First out. The bottom of the fifth. Mikey Thomas now up.
Yo, I
1
got
for 2
a
with
tinkle
single.
really bad.
Mikey
I'll
hitting
wait until
over
this game is
500.
over.
I know his
Because
speed
this is going to be a little
liability, but of
complex,
course, if you
sending
hit it
this over
over
to
the
Tyler
fence,
and
then
stuff.
speed doesn't
So I don't
really
want to take
matter
too many
except
breaks
maybe a
in the
slow
middle of it,
trot
but
around
I
the
really got a
bases.
tinkle. So if
Tyler's
everyone wants
also
to
with a
ground
cannon
out
for an
first
arm when
pitch,
he
I'm totally
catches.
okay with that.
Kind of a piece of that that's not mentioned. And a long drive to right center. Riley there could not get it, though. Thomas will reach on a single. I'd be surprised if he tries for a double. There he goes, actually. Herrera makes the catch. Almost like they were toying with the Sox there. Souffle gets it back to Kinghorn, and Thomas.
You ain't gotta apologize. No, go. I just didn't know what it was. I was trying to figure out. Yeah, sometimes you see those like illusions where you squint your eyes and you step back. There's like a word or sign. I just couldn't see what it was. As long as it wasn't a wiener, then we're good. Am I ever gonna do Saturday morning special again? Yes, I will. I know. It's been guys, we're almost at the mono status. That'll allow me to do much more streams and not have to worry about working as much in life.
Back to first base.
Wow.
Content with the single, Keisha Phillips, and 1 for 2. She singled and struck out so far. Although, as I said, her single's a little suspect. I think it should be a fielder's choice. She swings and misses at that one. Keisha hitting 351 on the year. Maria Luna will be following her, unless there's a double play here. And Phillips in the air to right center again.
Nice.
That's a popular
Right in the
spot
gap.
this inning. That's going to easily drop.
Well,
Thomas huffing it to second. He's going to make it. Now there's a clog on the bases path. Phillips going to just be content. They're going to. Looks like Thomas is content.
oh
to be
no,
thrown
he's out at third.
Get him
Oh
off
no.
there.
Well, now what do
So
we
Phillips
do?
will reach second with 2 away.
I'll take that any day.
I guess there was some strategy with that
Pause.
at the expense of an out in the form of Thomas, as Maria Luna now up 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Fishes with a runner in scoring position with Phillips, who has speed at second. Luna tapper up the first baseline. Kinghorn will flip over to Herrera, and that concludes
Oh, what's up, Maria?
the
Yo.
bottom of the 6th. No runs again for the Fishes, but they lead 6-0 as we head to the last inning. 9-1-2 due up for the Sox. Getting started is Michiko Adachi. She swings at the first pitch. Line shot to center. That's going to drop. We gave it a look.
Come on.
Wheeler gets in it quickly to Hasselhoff. To Kahn. There goes Adachi
out,
to second.
AI?
Again, the Fishes are making questionable choices.
I'm not talking about Allen Iverson
on the base path. The Sox are making questionable choices on the base path. The Fishes are capitalizing on it. And Adachi is out, one away in the top of the sixth for Souffle, who struck out twice so far in this
Too many
game.
people talking right now, and by too many people talking. All right, I have to make that a timer command in Stream Elements. Whoa, that was epic. That's cute. Too many, I mean two.
Here's the pitch.
Literally
like
two.
Swung on and missed.
Many people talking right now.
Dobbs pitching very effectively, still with plenty of stamina. 6 strikeouts, 2 of them are Souffle in this game, and a foul behind. It'd be 0-2 to the now second baseman. Souffle started it short, went to pitcher, and now at second as he swings. Ground ball back to Dobbs. No problem there, on to first. 2 outs.
All right.
The Sox are down to their final
Come
out.
on, one more.
Kinghorn, the pitcher, she's also struck out twice. The dropper average is a 282. Dobbs only looking for one final out here, and that'll do it. And here's the pitch to Kinghorn. It's going to be a ball low inside. Not many balls from Dobbs in this game. It's been very close to the strike zone all game. It's going to be 1-1 now as Kinghorn swings and misses at that one. Here's the other pitch, another pitch to Kinghorn. Fouled behind. It'll be 1-2 as the Sox are down to their final out here. Final strike. Here's the pitch from Dobbs to Kinghorn.
Let's
go! She swings and misses. Down goes Kinghorn. And that does it here from Parks Department Field number 2 as the Fishes knock off the Sox. Final score in this one,
Nice work,
6-0. Complete game shutout from Dobbs. Well done overall from the Fishes. 1 game left on the season.
And that game is about to be played right now. Tyler being very professional and classy, wrapping it up as if the day is over. It is not. Okay, so yeah, that is 2 for 3. Before we get to the last game, and this would be the last game of the regular season for this team, and of course you know we're going to do the playoffs. Let's pause for station ID. You're watching the Sunday Super Duper.
Hey, all you cool cats. This is the Sunday Super Duper on Sometimes Joey Plays. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling it, you dig? Yeah.
Yes, and once more, okay, bye, Goldie, in a wild crocodile. Yes, if you are joining in, Tyler Clark, a kind gentleman from Earth, is the United States in particular, is doing some play-by-play as I play the game. We were not able to do this live simultaneously, but that just adds to the fun because while I tried to leave a lot of open air for Tyler to cover, you know, I'm still going to be, you know, reacting the way I react. Insane reactions, as Mitch Kofsky will put it. So we got 2 out of 3 done, and enjoy this final one. And don't worry, I'm still here.
Field number 2 for the final regular season game. Another fantastic year of backyard baseball action for the Crazy Fishes as they take on the Green All-Stars. Hello everyone, Tyler Clark. Happy to bring you another game here and an exciting BBL season as the Fishes, as I said, look to wrap things up. Only 1 loss on the season for them, fresh off of a 6-0 victory over the Sox as they take on the Green All-Stars. In this one, the final regular season matchup for both of these teams.
Oh.
Fishes will have the 1 seed in the
That was
BBL
brutal.
playoffs, which are going to be coming up soon.
I really needed to
Final
go.
tune-up game for them as they get prepared to advance up to championship rounds and hopefully play for a official BBL title.
Don't even bother.
We are underway here as pitcher Sally Dobbs strides to the mound. Pitcher for the Fishes consistently all year is catcher
Ooh, that sounds
Sheila
good,
Basanti up to the plate for the All-Stars to get things started. We are underway here from Parks Park Field number 2 as Basanti swings and misses at the first pitch. Dobbs has been the primary pitcher all year for the Fishes. Calm, cool, consistent, under pressure. She knows how to get it done. And she starts off beautifully here with a 3-pitch strikeout of Basanti.
In what way was she trying to be a hot shot?
Over the plate.
All these kids
Next
just
up
come
is
up to the plate with the
shortstop
biggest smiles on their
Evans.
faces, even when they're hitting 166 on the
year
season.
for the All-Stars. He swings and misses at that one. Dobbs off to a very strong start. 4 pitches, 4 strikes, including a strikeout. Second pitch coming up here to Evans as he fouls it behind. Dobbs started the last game off with 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches. Let's see if she can do it here as well. The 0-2 pitch coming up to Evans, and a foul behind, so he stays alive. Count
I thought I'd rather have the calls on
0-2.
the side.
The all-star shortstop. Pitches with the same spread in the defense as they typically have. Phillips, Louis, Hasselhoff, and Kahn make up the infield. Sanchez, Wheeler, and Luna the outfield, and the battery made up of Dobbs, and then catcher is Mikey Thomas. The 0-2 again is going to be a ball low. So Evans trying to make a pretty good count here as he bunts surprisingly with 2 strikes. Thomas going to field, throwing a
Wow,
first and
Ahmed, wow.
dropped it. Evans inexplicably on his way to second base now. Hasselhoff throws into the ground now. Throws it
all right, nice. Butt juice alert for Wally Evans. Got greedy there.
It's good. He should have been thrown out at first, and Kahn ended up dropping it. And then when the ball was thrown around, I'm not sure what goes on with some of that sometimes, as left fielder Karen Donato fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Some of these kids in this league, they just take off and run. I don't know why. Like, did they think they're just going to make it? There's another example of that. We saw a few examples in the last game against the Sox as well for the Fishes, but no matter. Donato, 0-2. Line shot down the left field line. That was borderline home run distance if it was fair, but it lands foul. Remains an 0-2 count. Dobbs has not given up many runs this year, and he doesn't give up one here in the first inning. Donato strikes out. So it'll be 3 up, 3 down.
Sally keeping it up.
For the All-Stars in their first.
Getting postseason ready.
As Laura Nunez on the mound for the All-Stars. She's going to face William Louis. Get things started in the bottom of the first. Pete Wheeler and Pop.
Just random thought. I always love when Luann said, "This one's for you, Teddy," and then like she strikes out or something.
Pablo Sanchez to follow. Typical order for the Fishes batting wise as Louis looks at a called first strike to get things underway in the bottom of the first. Louis hitting an even 500 on the year very fast. She gets that ball down to the right side. She might beat it out as she swings and misses at that behind 0-2. Definition of a slap hitter. All contact, little power. Doesn't really need the power anyway. And she puts that in the air down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. Louis going to make a single. Is she going to go for 2? She is going to go for 2. And she changes her mind.
Wow, we could have made both throws.
Ground, but it would have been close anyway. Louis will retreat back to first, be content with the signal, and hold on there. And incepts Pete Wheeler, center fielder, batting .345 on the year for the Fishes. I can't say enough about Wheeler's speed. Much like Louis, he gets that ball on the ground, he's probably going to beat it out.
Exactly.
Nunez sets. Here's
Can't answer
the
this question.
0-0 pitch coming up to Wheeler. Here it comes. Wheeler going to look at the ball inside. Louis off to second. Not even going to try.
Not even throw.
Instead, they throw it down to third. So Louis takes second with no issue. Runner in scoring position already for the Fishes. And Wheeler up 1-0 in the count. Hits that ball to right. Line shot. Caught by the
oh, that's a good throw.
To third. What a
throw. That was a really good throw.
What a seam to get Louis. Now she's caught in a rundown as he tried to retreat back to second.
Oh, man.
What an absolute rocket that was coming in from right
I was expecting
field.
that good of a throw
And
from
it's a
right.
double play unexpectedly with 2 down already now in the bottom of the first for Pablo Sanchez. The vaunted Pablo Sanchez hitting .439 on the year. As he swings at the first pitch, high fly ball to deep left field. That has a chance. I don't think it's going to get out, though. It's going to be dropped at the warning track. And Sanchez is going to hold on and stay at first. They'll get credit for a single due to the very wonky BBL rules. And he will remain there. First baseman Ahmed Khan comes to the plate. Now runner at first. Louis was at second. Wheeler lined out to right. And then when she tried to move up to third, she got caught in a rundown and was out. Or else they could have had a runner in scoring position right now. Khan behind 0-1 after the foul ball. Sanchez still at first. Here's the pitch to Khan. He swings. Ground ball to the right into the hole.
They found a hole. Man, she threw that hard from second. My goodness.
Back up to get
all right, there's some fielders on this team.
And as a result, the first inning is over. 0-0. Fishes do pick up 2 hits. Fielder Isabel Morelli. She's the one that had the cannon that nailed Louis there. She's up for her first at bats as she fouls that behind the 0-1 on Morelli. Dobbs with the pitch. Swung on and missed by Morelli. Going to be 0-2 on the right fielder for the All-Stars. And ball low. 1-2 count from Dobbs. Pitch. And swung on and missed by Morelli. Already 3 strikeouts for Sally. And she's looking sharp as usual.
Oh,
I
didn't even mean to click that. Sorry.
Gene Smith batting 275 on the year. For the All-Star,
I was tossing an empty water ball off to the side, and it
Dobbs
went on the mouse.
fields it the con. Got him by a step, though.
I was wondering what the approach was.
He's out. Now comes Nunez, hitting 256 on the year. Pitcher for the All-Stars. Looking to support herself as she bats.
That's the other thing, right, is because Tyler and I are recording this at separate times, I can just kind of say stuff and he doesn't even know or do things, you know.
Nunez. Swung and missed again to be 0-2.
How about a wet one?
Nunez, the Dobbs looks to work her way
How about
out at the top of the second.
painful one?
0-2. Here's the pitch to Nunez and swung out and missed. Dobbs
Enough of that.
4 strikeouts, 3 up, 3 down for the All-Stars in the top of the second.
I forgot that I produced a specific for it.
As we head to the bottom of the second, Thomas, Phillips, and Luna due up. Pitcher Mikey Thomas batting .527 on the year for the Fishes. Lots of power, but very, very slow.
Is he saying I'm gonna get on base or I've got to get on base? Because I'd rather you just hit a home run. Like I don't want you actually on base, Mikey.
Here's the first pitch to Thomas. Swings, good contact.
Like, see, that's not what I want. I'd rather you just hit home runs.
Pursuing,
please.
Does not get to it. It's be high off the fence.
Like I can't even advance you to
Thomas
second.
will be content for a very long single there.
Very kind of you to say, Tommy.
A good start to the bottom of the second now for Keisha Phillips, third baseman, batting .368 on the year so far for the Fishes. Phillips has a lot of power to her. Here's the pitch to Phillips, going to be a high strike. Thomas at first, nobody out. Bottom of the second, no score. 0-1 to Phillips, going to be another called strike. She's looking at 2 of these now. She's going to be on her toes here, down 0-2 in the count. Here's the pitch. She swings at it, hits it to the center. Thomas on the run. That ball is caught. They might get a double play for the second time so far this
Mikey,
game.
you had no reason to really be running like that, right?
It was a little too cute when he was out there. Center fielder caught it, doubled him off the first base, and the second time the Fishes have been into a double play. Now Maria Luna up to the plate, 205 hitter. Second worst batting average on the team, I believe, but if only Sally Dobbs as she cuts on and misses that. And
I gotta pause this here. So everyone can tell, right, that I drafted Maria, put her on an all-pink team. She has been buns in this season. I don't know. Maybe it was the iPad. I don't know.
Even tipped, it doesn't really matter. It remains 0-0. Luna, ground ball. Nunez going to field, flips it onto first, and that does it. Bottom of the second. We head to the third of the All-Star. She comes in hitting under 100 on the year, only at batting .093 so far, so not a very strong hitter. Dobbs with 4 strikeouts.
Ty, it sounded weird to you just now. I had to cut a little bit out there because it was just becoming too much a pain in the butt. So I cut out 2 sentences. You said. Come on.
Out of the first 6 outs she's recorded, looking to add to a very strong start, as has been typical for her anyway. As she's had a chin already. 0-1. Here's the pitch from Dobbs. The chin cut on and missed inside. 0-2 already. Dobbs with 4 strikeouts, because at 5 it is 5 right there as the chin goes back to the bench. Dobbs with 25 pitches thrown in the game, 24 pitches, excuse me, and already 5 strikeouts. First baseman Nate Kowalski coming up, only getting 187 on the year. Dobbs has only faced the minimum number of hitters so far. He's looking to continue a pretty dominant start, to put that one way. So far as Kowalski, high chopper in front of the plate, and it's going to be foul. Thomas fielded it, but just barely into foul territory. And they'll try again. 0-2 once more. Dobbs looking for strikeout number 6 right here. And she doesn't get it on that pitch. It's a low ball. It'll be 1-2 now to the first baseman for the All-Stars as he strikes out as well. Boss go down on strike 6.
Once again, 6 strikeouts through 3 innings, and she might get 7.
Second baseman Arlene Perez, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. But the All-Stars heads to the plate. We kick over the top of the order following her. And here's the pitch to Perez. Line shot to Wheeler in center. Can he control that? He certainly will. And it's 3 up, 3 down for the All-Stars. Dobbs barely has to break a sweat. Technically, she has no hits so far. As Gretchen Hasselhoff, second baseman, heads to the plate for the Fishes. Gretchen coming in hitting .258 on the season so far. Lots of contact out of Gretchen, not known for her power. Although I guess she could surprise you. Here's the first pitch to Hasselhoff. Ball outside. Nunez pitching well so far. No runs surrendered through 2 innings. And swung on and missed from Hasselhoff. 1-1 count coming up to Gretchen. Here's the pitch from Nunez. Hasselhoff.
Gretch!
Shot to
Come on! Gretchen! No power! Gretchen the MVP! Let's go! Let's go! Yeah! I don't believe what I just saw! I can't believe what I just saw! Yeah!
And she just poked that right.
I scream for the whole universe!
For a home
Yeah!
This is one of the greatest moments I've
Yeah!
ever seen in backyard baseball history.
Oh man, yeah!
Just stopped for Hasselhoff to hit that home run.
Oh my heart is racing right now!
Really
Gretchen Hasselhoff, no power up, home run! Oh my goodness!
Hitting a clean
Oh
home run.
man!
There was no
the biggest smiles on my face right now. I can't believe it.
Power. There was just, that was pure.
Yes. No. I mean, no to the power up, J-Mon. No, you all just saw Gretchen Hasselhoff hit a non-power up clean home run, and Tyler, I will make sure that you get a unjoeyed version of that.
And raw
Wow.
from Gretchen. And she just
The
poked
MVP.
that over the right field line.
A
Right
home
field
run.
fence over the line. I
that
have a
is
feeling
awesome,
that eventually, if she really got a hold of it, she
That is
might be able to
awesome.
do it. Sort of like Bartolo Colon, the MLB. As I'm talking, Sally Dobbs struck out, but there are far more important things for me to be mentioning anyway. Top of the order.
It's been
Back
a
up for the
long
Fishes.
time since during a stream I
We
jumped
just
up and
witnessed that.
clapped
We all
like
just saw
that.
that. Gretchen Hasselhoff just hit a
And
home
cheered
run
like that.
as Louise swings at the crazy ball, I believe, and it's foul.
I've never seen that. I mean, I've used aluminum power with Gretchen
Once again,
before, but
Nunez
never
gets the use of a
just a
special pitch, and
straight
she uses it immediately
regular
on an
bat.
0 count.
Wow.
The kids in the league, I just, as a coach, I would tell your players, you have a special pitch, only use it with 2 strikes. They use a lot of
That's like up there with like
juice. They
Bartolo
use a lot of
Colon's
energy.
home run.
Louis on the ground, fielded at third, but with her speed, she did easily beat that out for an infield single. Her and Pete Wheeler, you put that on the ground on the left side, you're probably going to be safe. And there is Pete Wheeler. He lined out his first time up, but Louis doubled off at third base, and she broke for third. She was on second before.
I'm still like my heart is still racing from
The
that.
line shot by
That was
Wheeler.
awesome, dude.
One
That
out,
was
bottom
awesome.
of the third. Wheeler swings and misses. Louis off for second. They're going to try to throw her out.
Okay.
And does not. It fielded by the second baseman. Now Louis off of third.
That's helpful.
And she's going to make it 2 bases. She gets a steal of second, and a throwing error gets her over to third. And that throw was just behind the shortstop, who was standing over at second. Here's the pitch to Wheeler.
Okay.
Pop up to right. And not caught.
Yeah, bring
Wheeler's
Luann
gonna
back.
beat it
Yeah,
out at
that's
first.
not- that's
Louis
not
thought
smart.
about coming home, but she changed her mind. And now they'll be first and third for the Fishes. I'm almost certain Wheeler's going to be off of the pitch here. For Pablo Sanchez, he comes in 1 for 1 with a single, hitting .452 on the year. for the Fishes. First and third with only one out in the inning, I might add. As Sanchez, very high pop-up. Actually a ground ball, goes foul. Right off the plate. Wheeler was off for second. He would have made that easily.
It's a shame that this isn't like live stream, but
try again.
It will be.
And
So I mean, in a way, it was. But I have several days' notice of prior knowledge of this happening. I don't believe it.
And here's the pitch.
Several days, like several weeks. Actually, I think the first time we attempted to record this, it was still May something. It was I think it was like May 16 or something. I don't know, but I've had more than a few days' notice.
And he swings and misses. And Sanchez with a rare strikeout. He's down on strikes. He struck out last game as well.
He struck out like
and,
5 times in the street.
In the inning for Ahmed Khan, first baseman. He comes in 0 for 1. Lots of power for Axeman. Lee at third, Wheeler at first. I'm very surprised that Wheeler hasn't actually been off for second at any point. And it's going to be a ball outside. He would make it easily if he tried to steal second. At least I would think so. Maybe he's still shocked from seeing the Hoff hit a home run before. Louis. That was not a force play at home, but the catcher went home anyway. Now he's got Louis stuck in a rundown with 2 away in the inning. Some shenanigans going on. Wheeler and Louis trying to trick the third baseman and the catcher. It's not going to work.
Dang it, Louis!
Going to be tagged out at home after all that. Well, it was certainly worth a try.
Gretchen Hasselhoff's go-ahead home run. Never thought I'd say those words.
Out, but one run comes across on it. Something I never thought I would say. A Gretchen Hasselhoff home run. And it's 1-0 Fishes as we play the fourth. Back to the top of the order for the All-Stars.
Handsome minds think alike.
Basante. Here's the pitch from Dobbs. Basante with the bunt. Thomas Field throws on to first. That was an easy first out. Didn't have to work too hard at that. As the ball gets flipped back to Dobbs. Starts off Wally Evans up to the plate, hitting 162 on the year. He comes in 0 for 1. Dobbs still with a no-hitter going as of right now. That's worth pointing out as that ball goes foul. Due to interesting backyard baseball rules, some things that I don't think should be called hits are called hits, and things that I don't think are hits things that I think should be a hit are not called a hit. But I am not a rule keeper. I am just a broadcaster. Pop up behind.
Okay.
And Phillips diving actually makes the catch. Like he was out there with Dobbs, and there's 2 away. For Karen Donato, left fielder, she struck out her first time up. For the All-Star, she looks at a called first strike. And 0-1 to Donato. Ground ball, fielded.
Hey, watch your language.
Dobbs. She didn't field it cleanly. She flips it on the Con, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down again for the All-Stars. Ball was not caught by Dobbs, but it doesn't matter. The inning is over. Still no hits on the board for the All-Stars as the Fishes come up. We have Thomas Phillips and Luna due up here for the Fishes. Thomas singled, long one off the fence his first time up, and ended up being doubled up by a Keisha Phillips line out, the second double play of the game so far for the Fishes, and a foul behind will be 0-2 on the catcher. 540 hitter on the year, as I keep saying, lots of power for Thomas. And line shot up the middle. That should drop. That will
don't get thrown out from center field, Mikey. Yo, Mikey. Yo, I know you be hitting snot shots, but what the heck, my guy?
The ball was hit just hard enough. The center fielder fielded it. Threw a shot right to the first baseman. And back to the bench goes Thomas. Keisha Phillips now up, third baseman, hitting .358. She lined out her first time up. Resulted in a double play that got Mikey Thomas thrown out as well.
Minutes. Well, or just later when you're done your stream. There you go. All right, good. I don't want to make it a 1-0 game. That's good.
They're going to turn and watch this thing. It is out of here. Keisha Phillips launches that over the left field wall, and that extends the lead 2-0 for the Fishes. Phillips got all of that pitch and lands 371 feet out in left field. Figured we'd see one of those eventually from Keisha. She has so much power. She just has to harness it and get control of it. It's 2-0 Fishes. Except Maria Luna, right fielder, hitting now at that dreaded Mendoza line, 200 on the year, 0 for 1 in this game. And a bit of a slump is Maria. Last few games we've seen out of her, not a lot of
Gretchen
hitting.
did it, Maria can do it.
See if she can break
She's
out of it.
hitting
If she cuts on and
200.
misses.
Maybe I'm using power bet,
First
but I
pitch
thought
from
when she had
Nunez.
an all-pink
2
team, she
strikeouts.
was
Nunez overall
unstoppable.
pitching well.
Yep, Keith. I mean, you didn't miss it. You still saw it.
Only giving up the
Dang
2 home
it.
runs as Luna looks at another strike. She is behind here, 0-2. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Fishes.
Oh, no. I meant to.
Luna, and boy, she was very,
No, it's
very
not.
early on
It's
that
awful.
swing. I'm not sure if she was fooled or.
I got to screenshot this.
Down. Here's the MVP so far. Here's the Hoff, Gretchen Hasselhoff.
We may never see that again. 1 for 1 with a home run.
There. That you are seeing that correctly, right in front of you right now. That is not
Now we're
a
getting
typo.
cocky. Now we're just like,
That is not a mistake. Gretchen Hasselhoff.
What the heck? Let's see what
went
happens with
yard
power.
in this game earlier. That
You hit him once, you hit
actually
him once.
happened.
No, it's
I
like
saw
a-
it with my eyes. There's no funny business about it. There was no aluminum power bat. There was no screaming line drive. That was genuine out of Gretchen.
Ah, it's okay.
She hit that over the right
You
field
never have
fence,
to.
and she strikes
You
out
never have
here.
to hit a home
But
run
you know
ever
what? That's
again.
okay.
And I'd
She's
like you
already
to,
had her
but
dues in this game.
you know, you've
2-0 Fishes
made
as
it.
we play the 5th.
You've made it great for me.
Isabel Morelia will get us started here in the top of the 5th. The right fielder for the All-Stars. As Dobbs still working on that no-hitter. Not sure if you want to call it a perfect game. Yes, face the minimum. I guess it is technically a perfect game, although I don't know what goes into the rule set for some of these players. And Morelli looks at a called third strike. She heads back to the bench. Still all goose egg and egg column for Dobbs. There was a player in the first inning who reached base and was thrown out because he ran to second base for some reason. But that was after, and then the official rule book called it an out, even though I thought it should have been credited with a single, and then the out came after the fact. But hey, you know what? We'll go with that. It's a perfect game so far. She's facing the minimum number of hitters. Here's Smith. I was just corrected before with that. Dobbs on to first, and there's 2 quickly away. I was calling it a no-hitter for the longest time. I was just informed that indeed, due to BBL rules, Sally Dobbs is currently 4 outs away from a perfect game. And this one is the Fishes lead 2-0.
Yeah, he was just informed he had a BBL official. Rodeo, are you still here? Because if you're not, I gotta take you off the screen, honey. I think she went back upstairs. Yeah. Wait, what was I saying? I had something. Oh, Sally really is solid. I see why you pick her. Right? Yo, if you don't pick Sally, there was like Instagram post. It was like bench, start, or trade or something. I said if you trade Sally Dobbs, just admit you don't know backyard baseball.
Nothing. Laura Nunez up. She swings and misses at the first pitch. So we're going to go with that. The rules analyst whispered that into my ear before as Nunez swings and misses again. She's behind 0-2. Dobbs is just absolutely dominant so far. She picks up another strikeout. 8 strikeouts for Dobbs on 44 pitches through 5 innings. You can see it right there, folks. No hits for the All-Stars so far. 1 inning to go, though. Fishes still have to bat. Here's Sally Dobbs. She was hitting before as we were all coming to grips with the fact that we saw Gretchen Hasselhoff hit a home run. And she looks at ball 1, did Dobbs. Here's another pitch, ball outside. It'll be 2-0 on the Fishes pitcher. Certainly, well, I'm not going to say the MVP of the game, although if you're competing with Hasselhoff, it's hard to justify being the MVP that way. But when you're throwing a perfect game, I can see where you would think that. And Dobbs looks at a strike here. Almost saw a very rare walk in backyard baseball action. You really don't see many of those at all. 3-1, though, to Dobbs, and she taps that one foul behind the plate. It'll be 2-0. It's going to be full count on the Fishes pitcher as Nunez works back. And looks at a called third strike is Dobbs.
Yeah,
Didn't even get the bat off her shoulder.
I
She
don't
strikes
know
out for the
why
second
the
time in the
iPad
game.
wasn't picking up my
And back
finger
to the
there.
pine she goes.
I don't
and
know.
we
That's
flip over the top
one of
order
the
with
kind of
Louis and
disadvantages of
Pete Wheeler
this.
to follow. Louis
Is
2 for
if
2
your
with 2
screen
singles
is
in the
not
game.
reading your fingers
Hitting an
or
incredible
something.
526
Yeah,
on
that's
the
what
year.
I clicked. I
So
clicked
far
on
is
that one.
Louis. And a corkscrew pitch as she swings and misses at that. Again with one of the players using a pitch like that on the very first pitch as Louis taps that up the line. Fielded by Marotti. It's cut
You need
off
an assist
the
on
throw
that?
to first by Nunez. I don't quite know why. Louis will get credit for another single. So she's 3 for 3. She tapped that down the line. It was just far enough so she could beat it out with her speed.
I'm gonna hit a touchdown.
And Pete Wheeler up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a single so far. Lots of speed. As we know, it's a spitball, I believe, there. But it misses low. Louis on first with a lot of speed. Here's Wheeler. And high pop up in the infield. That's not an infield fly. There's only one batter on base. Louis retreats. Now she goes again, and it is caught. That was good to kind of see what was going on, because if the third baseman dropped it, then she could easily be doubled off at second, but kind of no man's land. But it was caught. And now Pablo Sanchez up to the plate, 1 for 2 with a single so far for the secret weapon. He did strike out his last time up, hitting 441 on the year. Wheeler with Louis, with incredible speed at first as Sanchez fouls that one behind. 0-1. And Sanchez, good poke into the outfield. Let's see if that's going to be caught. It drops between everybody. Sanchez gets a single. He heads to second now, looking for a double. And he is going to make it. And Louis going to stop at third. Now she breaks for home. Retreats back to third now. Probably the wise move. She would have been out by quite a bit on that. And Sanchez content with a double. Louis stops at third. For Ahmed Khan, he's 1 for 3 in this one. Khan is the first baseman for the Fishes. Had a really good poke his last game. Long home run as he swings and misses at that one.
Hey, yo.
How can he be 1 for 3 in the game? It's his third time he's been up.
Ty, were you able to figure that out? Because he actually texted me, like, pointing this out, too. My thought was, oh, did someone get thrown out and he was, like, the last batter or something? But, who knows? Could be.
I'm a little confused by that, to be honest. I'm not the rules analyst, though. I'm just the announcer as I've been over. But there were some backyard baseball rules that I don't quite understand. They don't make much sense to me. But hey, well, I just go with the flow here. And Khan looks at a high ball. It'll be 2-2. 2 runners in scoring position. The hit to the outfield almost certainly scores them both. And here's the pitch.
See right there again. I clicked on it, but
just came over the inside part of the plate as he heads back to the pine, and that does it for the Fishes in the bottom of the 5th. But 2-0 lead heading into the top of the 6th, and a perfect game still intact for Sally Dobbs as he squares off against Nancy Chin.
I thought about bringing in
the All-Stars.
I knew that there was, like, a no-hitter, a perfect game, like, in place, but because of how backyard baseball is with, like, fielders' choices end up being hits, I kind of, like, didn't even really acknowledge it.
For the save, but
in the top of the 6th.
There's currently a
Dobbs pitching the game of her life.
A backyard no-hitter in progress. I think technically there's been some
technical
hits.
difficulties going on. I apologize for that.
Backyard is weird. They'll consider fielders' choices to be hits. And then if a kid, let's say a kid gets a single and he decides to run to second and gets thrown out, they won't count that as a hit. I lost my voice.
Ground ball, heading for the Hoff out there. She's going to field it on to first as Khan. 2 outs. 1 out away.
All right, let's wrap this one up, guys. Come on.
She squares off against second baseman Arlene Perez. This is it. She gets Perez out, and she gets her perfect game as Perez pop up to left.
Luann, you want that
kind
one?
Kind of in no man's land. Louis is there.
Yeah.
And she's out.
No-hitter
Sally Dobbs has thrown
by
a
the scoreboard
game
at least.
in the finale here in Parks Department Field number 2. What an incredible game from Sally Dobbs.
Thank you,
Gretchen
Tyler, for
Hasselhoff,
being
you
here.
heard it here, you saw it here.
Talk it out
Also
here.
hit a home run. So from Tyler, this is Tyler Clark, BBL
Tyler.
Action, signing off. Sally Dobbs, congratulations on your achievement. Gretchen Hasselhoff as
Jeez,
well.
12 innings. 8 innings there. Everyone's going to extras. Except for them and us, of course.
And you, of course. So, yeah, that wraps it up for the regular season of the iPad Fishes team. And now that we've finally been able, Tyler and I, to get that together, we can move on and play the next, the next round or so. And if you guys enjoyed having Tyler here, we could try to work something out sometime in the future again, minus the delays that we kept having throughout the whole process. But I want to thank Tyler once again, who reached out in the first place and advanced about $500 to me just to do this. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do it because he didn't actually do it. No, he paid $0.00 to do this, and it added a nice little extra flair to the channel. Gave me a little chance to kind of, sit back and make everyone else do the work, I suppose. And it was cool to babysit. Just dropped my pen. Babysit this tonight, and I thought this was kind of cool. The cutting away to the little Joey's basement thing, the new and improved basement. So yeah, that's it. It was nice to be streaming again. That's right, it was $600. $600, that's right. And straight cash, homie, So, so that is going to do it for tonight's Sunday Super Duper. Yes, that's right, everyone. Pat Tyler on the back, however you can, probably just through the chat, because it's going to be hard for you to find him. I mean, there's a lot of houses in the United States for you to find him without for you to find him. So, okay, let's play that Sunday Super Duper thing one more time and go to bed.
Hey, all you cool cats, this is the Sunday Super Duper on Sometimes Joey Plays. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling it, you dig? Yeah.